Greetings everybody and welcome back to Rebuilding the Commonwealth with myself. Yes, as you've probably noticed from the title, this is episode 69. Nice. I'm so mature. So, yes, I'm actually recording this right after I finished recording the last episode because I felt like I was on a roll, so if I don't take any of your suggestions from 68, please don't be worried. It's just because I've picked straight over to 69. Sorry. I won't do that again. But yeah, I'm blown away by all the support that's coming through. I seem to have more than tripled my subscribers in the space of 2 months, so I guess I must be doing something right. I really appreciate everyone who's joined the channel both from the beginning and all the way up until now. Love your suggestions, love reading your comments. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I read all of them. I won't bore you with the rest because every YouTuber does it. So, what are we doing today? Well, as you can see, we are still at Jamaica Plain. We're on a roll here, and this is turning out to be one of the funnest builds I think I've ever done. Or rather, most fun builds I've ever done. So we're still back here. We're going to finish this off before we move on, because it's really nice to do. Now, I have hired some more Minutemen guards. As you can see, we're now at 44 population instead of, I believe it's 38 last episode. So yeah, we've hired some more guards through Hartfield. And you can see we have a new building here. This little blue capsule. This is for the Minuteman defense crew that I'm going to have over here. I'm going to be building some defences for the settlement today. There's one commenter, you know who you are, Carl. You go by, I know you go by the name Carl, C-A-R-L. This episode is for you because I know just how much you love sandbags. So this episode's for you. So strap in, Carl. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Anyway, so what I've noticed is this street seems to be quite a common place for attacks by the gunners, raiders, and super mutants. They all seem to have a home down there. So I'm going to barricade this street in such a way that we can station a small troop of guards here for day and night. Because of course we can't have them stood here on patrol 24/7. Well, we will as a placeholder, but it won't be forever. Now, I still haven't found a use for these concrete bunkers because they're a bloody eyesore and they don't actually provide any defence, which is strange. I mean, I could probably use these for a few settlements I have in mind, so they're not completely useless or anything. But oh, that's not actually that bad. That's not bad at all. But we need an entrance. What I'm going to do is place some sandbags. Yes, Carl, you knew the time was coming. Now, this improvised defensive position is, I think, quite good for right in the middle of this street here. So that's exactly what we're going to put down. I think that's probably a bit too close to the leisure. Kind of causes an eyesore. So we're going to have this just here. I'm going to balance the position just high enough. Actually, let's move that up to the steps. That way we separate leisure from defence and business, as it were. I just need to move it to such a place that not too much of it is clipping into the floor. Now, I haven't seen these new Minutemen. I literally just hired them before I started recording, so I don't know where they are. They're probably on their way, but I haven't seen them. So we'll have this guard post set up here. You've got enough room to come round and to the right. You've got enough room to go left if you're out that way. This bulkhead is going to be for the day crew. No, sorry, the night crew. Because the day crew can sleep in there. Attacks will probably be, realistically speaking, you get attacked more during the night than you would the day. Lovely. So we're going to put some defensive positions up here. Now, does this kit have the box positions that I'm looking for? I mean, it's got these... oh yes, it does. These defensive barriers. Now we're going to go with blue for Minuteman blue, because we want to put our stamp on this. And we're going to put this barrier up. I'm going to say 3 high. I just don't want it to look like it's really out of place. Oh. No, that doesn't really look out of place. We're okay. And if I was going to extend this across the street, it would go right into this goddamn lamppost. Okay, so we're going to have to move this lamppost, I think. Surface snap is not going to work on this end of the street. No, I think 2 high is perfectly fine for this. So it's just closing that opening ever so slightly. That being said, I think that's not far enough over. Yeah, I think that needs to be more here than anything. Going to bring this down by 5 units, 10 units, pop that down. That feels like it's now too far ahead. God, I just cannot seem to get this bloody thing right, can I? Okay, where I'm standing is where it needs to be. Like that. How does that feel? Yeah, that feels like it's now correct. Now we're going to put in initially, using miscellaneous barriers, we're going to put in a set of these Jersey barricades. Oh. That's a question. Yeah, I thought so. Of course they do. So these are the ones that crumble. I don't want that. I don't want the Jersey barricades, the barricades which crumble. Now, do we have one similar which doesn't crumble, is the question. No, we don't. I'm sure I probably do in another kit. I think it's G2M, actually. Yeah, these ones can be destroyed. These cannot be destroyed. They do look kind of ugly, though. Seriously? You know what? I'm just going to get one straight in the head. Your 50 cal doesn't exactly hold up, does it? And you are shooting at... oh. The Brotherhood of Steel Paladin. That's fine, we'll leave the Paladins to it. They're still on good terms with us. I say still, as if they weren't before. Of course they're on good terms. We haven't exactly killed them, have we? Right, where was I? Yeah, I mean, these look kind of ugly, but I'm going to put in these... ah, they snap to those. That's really useful to know. Okay, we can fit these in. And I'm thinking these sandbags with the skirts are probably a bit much. But what we'll do is put this in and this in here. We're just going to move this lamppost. It's the daytime. It's not like we're going to struggle without it. Oh. Okay. It's going to be a little bit off, but we can deal with it. So under fences, miscellaneous barriers. We're first of all going to put in a layer of jersey barricades because, you know, concrete is a pretty decent stopper of bullets. It's not perfect, but it's decent. My struggle now is I'm going to have to work with the border of the settlement that's going to stop me placing. So let me put in several of these. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the neck, isn't it? Because they don't snap, and surface snap is no good in this instance. How's that line looking? That line is looking wonky. Let's see if we can straighten it up a bit. That's a bit better. I'm not expecting this to line up perfectly, but I'm expecting it to look at least somewhat decent. Okay. So what I'm going to do is blend them a little bit more. So the jersey barricades will be slightly more blended here. That needs to come up a tad. You know what? Can I get away with ever so slightly tilting that so it lines up with the terrain? It just gives it a slightly more natural feel to it. Yeah, I can. Yeah, there you go. Now it looks like it follows the contours of the road a little bit more. And you know what? This barrier will serve fine. I have plans for the other entrance. The reason this one is a lot less closed off is purely because you can see people coming for an absolute fucking mile. So if you see anyone coming towards the settlement, you're not really going to have much worry with dealing with them if they're not people you want to let in. So I've got no qualms about that. Now I've got to deal with the fact that this can only have one Minuteman behind it, and I can't rotate it day and night. That just doesn't work. Now I think I'm going to have people behind this at night time. So defences. Now here you go, Carl. Here is your defences. Oh, the improvised picnic bench. You know what? I actually like that more. I will put in some sandbags, don't worry. I mean, you've technically got a line of them here. So you've got your picnic benches here. I'm not quite sure how high that has to be for somebody to shoot over it. Yeah, because if it's that high, no one can see or shoot over that. If it's that low, well, everyone can be shot behind it. So I think 2 sandbag layers sticking out of the ground is about what we want. Yeah, that's about right. So you've got those set up. I'm trying to think how I'm going to do the front of this. Oh, watchtowers. they're way too big to justify putting in this settlement, so I'm not going to do that. Now this sandbag cover, I think... Oh, of course it's going to do that, because it's outside of quote-unquote city limits. Let's place it here, and then we move it to that position. What does that look like inside? It's not poking through, is it now? It is a touch. I'm going to have to pull those towards me ever so slightly on the outside. That's fine, that is now out of the way. We're going to put some more of those. Concealed bunker. I could think of a few settlements which could do with that. We're going to place another one. Again, we'll have to manoeuvre this into position the hard way. I literally do not have any other way of doing it, so... Oh shit, I forgot about that. Okay, we'll put down another one. We'll change the axis back to Z, or Z if you're from the UK like me. You know, we're not barbarians. We'll rotate that just enough to put up against the pod, because although this pod is metal, the chances of it being shot through by high caliber ammunition is rather high, so... So any kind of bulletproofing we put in is always gonna be a hit with the soldiers, as it were. Remove the jitter on that. Fantastic. We'll put in one final one. That's it. A slight rotation, push that away. And then we slide that into place. Just here. Make sure it's not poking through the wall of the pod. Perfect. And it's not poking through any of that. So if you want to shoot into this pod, you're going to have to get a very lucky shot through the top of this fan. How does this look from the outside is my question. Yep, that looks pretty well fortified from here. And of course, we've got all the sandbags across the front, which protect the citizens that live in those buses. Buses? What buses? I mean, I could technically cheat on these, I think. Can I get away with this? If I remove this, can I put down 2? Because if I could just put down 2, I can just assign 1 to one of them and then 1 to the other for night and day. That will increase the defense rating and save me having to put down a bunch of extra furniture. So where's that improvised defense position? Just got to make sure I get the position of this absolutely right. I guess that's 2. Yeah, it's a bit further forward than it was before, but I think that works out to my credit. So we now have 2 of those. So the guards will change at night time. And daytime, of course. And now we need to add in some semantics and little pieces. So under containers we should have ammo boxes and foot lockers. It wouldn't be uncommon to have a box of explosives. Just going to meld that slightly to the terrain. Yeah, because I know a lot of the raider settlements and such use wooden crates like this to store explosives. That's it. So blend this to the terrain a bit. That's it. I'll bring that up ever so slightly. There you go, a couple of crates. Plus these are out of sight, they're out of the line of fire, so you can't accidentally blow them up with a bullet. I was about to say, why do I have 50 beds? But of course it's because I put these bloody capsules down. Boxes of ammunition would be an absolute must here. So we're going to put down a few of those. This one already has ammo built in. And so, of course, this person here would have ammunition just stored up. I'm just going to offset these ever so slightly like this, just to give them a more lived-in look. Those aren't actually on the ground, so we'll move them down so that they are. Move that one down to the ground. Brilliant. So we have those ammo boxes. I don't think I need to put things like coolers out because they have the bar. That's why I was going to make these into a break room, but I don't need to because they're literally right next to the diner. They don't need a break room. The diner is their break room. Excuse me. My ceramic is running out, I've just noticed. We probably will need lights to go at this station. Let's try and have a look at what's missing. Because I can't really do much on this side because the boundaries of the settlement go out like that. For the barriers, what else did we have under miscellaneous? Because I seem to recall there's quite a few things I could make barriers out of. Tyres. I mean, this does give this a more fortified look, so... if you're wondering, I have the workshop timeout switched off, so I don't... My timeout just doesn't happen. I can spend as long as I want outside the boundaries of the settlement. Let's increase the size of this ever so slightly, and we'll tuck this against sandbags. Doesn't matter if a tyre is sticking through because you can't ever see it from the other side unless you're like desperately looking for it. Even then, I think that's absolutely fine. Let's put some tyres on this side. That side of the barrier. Oh yeah. So bullets are going to have to go through a layer of tyres, a layer of concrete, then the sandbags, and then they'll have to hit the operator behind a sheet of wood. I'd like to think you'd be, well, you wouldn't be safe, of course, but you'd stand a decent chance of the bullet stopping somewhere in between. Unless they're firing something hugely explosive at you, and then there's not too much you can do about it. So there is always that. Alright. Now we have to sort out the day and night shift's accommodation. So, night shift will be sleeping in here, slightly closer to the action. Ooh, that didn't sound too good. So what do we do with all the homemakers for the Minutemen? Well, they carry their possessions with them. They all have to be quite organised. So they have their foot lockers with their gear. That's it. One will be using his steamer trunk here as a bedside cabinet and, you know, extra worldly possessions. They want to make this as homely as possible. At the end of the day, they're living in a capsule, so anything that they can do to make this more welcoming, literally welcoming, is always a plus. Get a nice rug under here. This person here. Oh, that's classed as outside the settlement, isn't it? Yeah, of course it is. Furniture. I mean, this will need its own light because this is kind of drab by itself. I mean, it is getting dark, so I think it's about to get dark, so we'll be able to experiment with the lighting as well. Which is very good timing, I might add. Don't need any of this miscellaneous furniture. A banged out old TV which somebody has recovered. Okay. Oh, that's the turret I put on the roof. The temporary turret. Thing is, I would put these construction lights. The issue is I actually have to physically wire them, and I don't think the return on investment, as it were, is worth it. That's one of our... Oh, that's a Minuteman who was here before, so that's a new Minuteman. Yeah. Oh, just in case you haven't noticed already, I have completed this house in that I've put the frame together. I've stuck the walls where they should be, with the exception of here. And I've put the grass in. I've moved the stairs. Oh, this Minuteman's already assigned themselves, that's why my food went up. So I've already put some stairs in. I've just stuck the floors in here, so it's ready for me to decorate next episode. I just got really tired of building. I wouldn't say tired of. I just thought it's going to burn myself out if I just keep building houses. I wanted to build something a little more with a bit more variance this time around. These do have sun catchers, but sun catchers aren't very useful if you don't have any sun to catch. So a good source of artificial light is the next best thing. And the Minutemen do their duty. There we go, that's slightly more welcoming. We should have a new Commonwealth flag here. They're patriotic. They're literally Minutemen, so... And plus, with all this in the way, you can't actually see the Minuteman logo anymore, so this is the next best thing. Now, there was the Deathclaw head. Could you stick that over the fan? No, I'm joking. I'm not going to do that. The issue is a lot of these walls are curved, so they don't really fit on many of the walls, and I think that looks out of place. So we're not going to stick that in here. Now, more furniture. Actually, there's a good bit of furniture I could take from the settlement markers. I'm not sure if it's under furniture. By the way, that guard post literally points in the direction that you want it. Might have to use those. That's it. Newspaper reading. So potentially have a Minuteman in here, just sat here reading the paper on his break if he doesn't want to go sit in the cafe. We don't obviously have child settlers here. Guard post, naturally. Right, you can actually man this area. Since you're down here, anyway, you might as well.
Okay.
Yeah, command that, and you command this one.
Okay.
So our defences will start trickling up. Now, my concern is I might just need to pull each of these back just a touch so that I can select the one underneath. Which probably won't be easy. There we go. Now I can select the one underneath. It's that difference there is extremely subtle. And you can't really tell with this one either. So that's a good thing. A very good thing. That guy has literally brought a sword. I don't know how this is going to look. I reckon they're going to be clipping inside each other.
Sure.
But we'll see how it looks. It's good timing. All the Minutemen coming out here to get dinner and food and all that shite. Right, let's sleep for a couple of hours and let them jockey for position here. Wow, what are you all doing here? Oh, that's bad. Yeah, that's they're sunk into the ground. That's not good. I mean, they're obviously okay. He's going to be okay. But yeah, with these positions sunk down. Oh, whoops. Yeah, the difference on that is very subtle as well. Oh my lord. Alright, let's bring them up so they literally do cause an obstruction. What do they look like after I have them in position? That's it. Okay, that's just a touch too high now. I can't win with this, can I? You move back here. Okay, that's cool. Now we lower this one to match that height. That's it. And that, I believe, is the correct height. He's not floating, so... But what I will do is pull that back by 5 units and push that back by 5 units. Oh shit, that's how we do it. Okay, that's now sorted. Let's skip forward to the daytime and see how that looks. Excuse me. Just want to make sure there's good daylight here so I can really see what's going on. Okay, so we've got 2 there. You know what, that's actually not bad. You can just see over the top. And that's kind of what you want, really. That's still too high, though. Plus, he's not actually standing guard on it. So let's bring that down by 5, bring that down by 5. Bring that together. Right, so we have 4 Minutemen positioned. You there. You
got it.
Protect that one. Now there should be 1 last unemployed Minuteman. Well, technically 2. I did recruit 1 excess for something else. So let's go on a very quick scavenger hunt and see if we can find him. There's also a question. I don't think this part of the settlement is accessible because the Vault-Tec rep never mans that counter. So I think settlers aren't programmed to go into that area. Actually, I don't think that's right because I have actually seen settlers sitting outside that shop. Aha, here's one of our unemployed Minutemen. And that's the other one. Okay, so let's get day and night shifts ready. We'll have plenty of defence to spare after this one, I can assure you. 1, 2. That's now assigned. And that's now assigned. So that's a lot of free defence, a lot of sandbags, and improvised stuff. And it's fairly safe. Okay. You are still holding a weapon that you're not entitled to use because you are not Special Forces. Take that smile off your face. Let's go get some uniforms. Okay. I'm just thinking if there should be like a radio operator. There definitely needs to be a lieutenant in the settlement somewhere. But for now, let's go get some uniforms. Go all the way to the other end. This is the one downside about a settlement so big, you do have to run a long way. But look at that action point drain. It's incredible. Ooh. The textures aren't rendering properly. I think I've been here a little bit too long. Okay. 6 Minutemen, 6 uniforms. So we're going to have 1 corporal, 2 privates, a specialist, or a specialist first class, a specialist second class, and a PFC. Of that, the privates will need in the accessory section. The privates will need these, 2 of those. And I think we need 4 of those because only sergeants wear the level 3 helmets. We will of course need 6 pairs of gloves. Don't need any goggles. We'll need 6 scarves of course. Great. Pretty sure that's all I need for the uniform. We're going to need 6 FAMASes to arm the guards. Going to need 6 sidearms. We've got ammo for them. Look how many AKMs I have to convert into settler rifles. Damn, that's a lot. That's also for custom settlements. Brilliant. So 6 rifles, 6 pistols. I've got ammo for them. I've got all their uniforms. All infantry, of course. Great. Oh yeah, I need to learn my lesson here. They keep stealing items from me and it's very frustrating. Don't know what you hope to accomplish at the front gate with a shotgun, my friend, but I won't question it. We also need to give them names. Oh my god, I'm so over-encumbered. That's not the worst. I've been over-encumbered by about 10,000 while I've been transporting stuff. Right, let's sleep for a couple of hours to get them in the right place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so they're clipping inside each other, that's fine. Let's just pull you away.
Let's trade.
Sure.
Excellent. So we'll take your UMP, because you're not entitled to use that. Take your combat rifle. You don't need the glasses. You're not entitled to a beret. Don't need any of that. What you will get instead is your Minuteman private uniform. Some gloves, a scarf. And of course your helmet. I was looking at her going, I'm sure you're missing something. Of course it's the helmet. I do need to sort out quite a few of this stuff. Right, so you get a brand spanking new FAMAS and a beautiful sidearm. Ammo, you're going to need some 5.56. And you're going to need some 45s for your handgun, in case you need to use it. I do appreciate I don't actually need to give them a second weapon because they'll just stick to what I've given them, but for realism's sake, they'd have a pistol. They'd be more immersive. Excellent. I should give you a grenade, but I try not to because it would just every battle will just devolve into Minutemen just spamming frag grenades all day. But you can have a Nuka grenade. That's it. Look at that. You're looking sharp. Looking very, very sharp. You look like you're supposed to be here now.
Let's trade some things. Of course.
You there. You look ridiculous. Don't know why you're wearing all this leather armor. But it's got to go. Let's get you properly outfitted. He's on the same shift, so he will wear a private uniform as well. Private will need a level 1 helmet. You'll need gloves and a scarf. There you go, looking dapper, my friend. Of course, your FAMAS, your sidearm, and your ammo. .56. There you go. You're now fully kitted out and equipped. Well done. Welcome to the team.
Just wanted to trade a few things.
Go ahead.
You can be the specialist second class. Gloves, beret, rotten fish, and the rifle. Nice one. Specialist second class. You're going to need the level 2 helmet. Gloves and scarf. Nice one. You can take a sniper uniform off you. Again, weapons and ammo. 5.56s. With your FAMAS in tow.
Can we trade a few things?
Sure thing.
You, of course. You need to be the PFC. You're not wearing a beret, you're not entitled to that. You can keep the pulse grenade, actually. Sweet roll. You're not having a shotgun. Go away. No shotgun for you. That's it. .45s. And 5.56s. I would say the this FAMAS, when I use it, has a lot of stopping power. It really does. So I think it's a really good fit for the Minutemen. There you go. You now have your own FAMAS. Oh my god, that looks so freaky.
I just need to trade gear with you.
Sure.
Okay, you can be the specialist first class. Tactical rig. You can keep the pulse grenade while you've got it. Combat rifle. Yeah, I've taken everything else off him, so that's fine. Helmet, gloves and scarf. And of course, your guns. .45s. And 5.56s.
Just looking to trade a little.
Okay.
Aha, got it. Bottle cap, take all this. Oh, you got a Gauss rifle. Damn, well done. But no cigar. You're taking your standard issue FAMAS. Sorry about that. No Gauss rifle for you. So you're part of the infantry. Oh, that's 5mm rounds. That's no good. You need 5.56 rounds. Excellent. And congratulations, you are the corporal. I'll take your sniper uniform off you because you won't be needing that. Excellent. So that is our squad of 6. Now, under settlement markers, we have, I believe it's the schedule maker. Schedule, if you are from the States. Miscellaneous. Just looking for it. That's it, typewriter station. We'll put one in here. Right, so we need 1, 2, 3, and we need 1, 2, and 3. So we have 3 nights, 3 days. Okay, so
I'd like to trade some items.
Of course.
you're going to be on shift during the night. What? Oh, I've got loads of day shifts left over. Right, yeah, so you are on a night shift.
Let's trade.
Okay.
You are on the day shift. Cool, day shift for you.
I just want to trade a few things.
Sure thing.
You will be on night shift.
I want to trade a few things.
Sure.
And you are on the day. Day shift for you.
Just wanted to trade a few things.
Go ahead.
You will be on the night.
Let's trade some things.
Sure.
Other one.
I just want to trade a few things.
Sure thing.
Just looking to trade a little.
Go ahead.
And you, my friend. Day shift. I did give
I
you a
just
night,
need to
didn't I?
trade gear with you.
Okay.
Yeah, night. Okay, so we've got 3 days, 3 nights. So I go to sleep. Alright, so if you're on night shift, this bed is for you. You're on night shift. That bed's for you. And that bed in there is for you. Cool. You are the corporal. You will be in... Okay. Need to open this bloody pod first. Okay. Let's put you in here.
Got it.
You're still on guard. You go there. You can tell I'm still over encumbered, can't you? And this guy will sleep in here. Brilliant. So that's the day and night shift sorted out for the rear gates, as it were. If I sleep for a short while. Yeah, so sleep once more. There you go. So all 3 Minutemen are now asleep in this pod. This is for the night shift. Day shift is now out on guard. That's the perks of being the corporal. You can, you can work during the day and fuck working nights, as it were. Okay, I need to come up with some names for these guys. My brain's a bit too frazzled for that, so I'll do that next episode. Nice. Now let me just have a quick look. Aha! Night shift's getting up to come and take over soon. So they're going to go get their breakfast and get ready to go again. Now, is it under... It's not under OC Decorator. Trying to think where I would have it now. It is the OC dispenser that I'm looking for. Oh dear. Keep forgetting I've got all this stuff. Where is OC dispenser? It's in here somewhere. I know it is. Bear with me a second, guys. I'm not going to leave you hanging for this. I'll get the OC dispenser. One moment. Fantastic. I found it. It was in crafting because it always has been, and I'm just dumb because I haven't been in there in ages. So I've put that shotgun that silly Minuteman was using, and here it is. I think with the weapons I get from mods, though, I can pop them straight back in, and it will give me a new version, I think. Suppressed advanced, yeah. So I put it back in again. Ported, hardened hunting shotgun. So yeah, it comes out different every time. Nope, don't want to scrap it. Don't want to scrap it. But what I'm going to do to add a little bit more militarization to this area is to put down some weapons. Turn off surface snapping so I can put these down as I want. That's it. So that is now nicely propped up. I think I've got some other weapons here. So I mean, if they get close, you have a shotgun nearby. The standard weapons will just revert back. Did I do that? Yeah, so they just turn into a short combat rifle and they look absolutely stupid. But we have things we can consider here. I mean, I could put down a couple anti-material rifles or something. It would look like there's, you know, kit that they can use to fight a long-range engagement. I mean, ideally, I would put spotlights all the way up this road. But I don't think we'd have the luxury of that. That being said, that was my phone, by the way, not yours, in case you're wondering. Oh, no, don't need to do that. We could put some more turrets up on the top here to bolster our defence, and a spotlight could be one of them. My only concern with this... Oh, hello. Another fight on our hands. Yeah, my only concern with doing this... No, stop doing that. That's it. Oh, what's happened here? There we go. The only concern with that is getting the wires to it. I mean, it's a worthwhile investment to get some lights up here, which I think we will do. So how are we going to get power to it? Right, so I think some, well, obviously conduits are going to be the way to go. We're going to need power pylons across here. Oh yeah, I forgot. I've put the walls on that house, so I can't use that as a stepping stone anymore. Cool. Right, so this is the pylon, the central one. But let's put surface snap back on. Can I get power between them? Yes. I don't want strong wireless on that because the amount of calculation it will have to do for every pylon would be absolutely ridiculous. Now, let's put another pylon over here and connect it. Yeah, that's high up enough that it doesn't get in the way, so I'm satisfied with that. Oops, nope. What kind of light does that give us out there? Very, very little. Very little. But I don't personally think these lampposts are needed very much. But if I'm going to put a turret in the middle, these will get in the way. So let's move that over. And I'm going to put in a missile turret. Oh. What the... okay. Got quite confused there. So let's put a missile turret in. Will this be extremely noisy? Yes. Will it be worth it? Also, yes. So we're going to have this array of turrets across the top here. It isn't like we don't have enough power to run them. I mean, that's not bad. What does that look like from a distance is my question. Well, I mean, you can't even tell there's a particular human presence here unless you look very closely. And that's when you see you've got quite a few very tough Minutemen just waiting for you down there. All with ballistic weaves. Oh, excuse me. There's my ear. So the defence of these settlements is going up exponentially, which is what we like to see. Let's get up on top here. While we are at it, I think if I put a missile turret here, it's just going to shoot the side of that cliff, which is probably pretty dumb. So we're going to put an M60 turret down instead, because they still produce 12 defence. So we now have over 100 defence from a day shift and night shift, the guards in the settlement, and a row of turrets and spotlights. This ought to keep people happy. And if it doesn't, well, fuck them, to be honest, because I would feel pretty safe knowing that there's this much defence looking out for me. So let's move these shack stairs. Remove these shack stairs. I think this this room is nicely decorated. You shouldn't be in here because you are a civilian. I will put some more stuff in here off camera. I'm just conscious that I've been running for an hour now. Not that that's often stopped me, but I do like to make my videos somewhat palatable. Okay. So, furniture. Let's have a small table in here for the day shift. Now the corporal gets a slight bit of luxury, as it were. As much luxury as one could afford in a nuclear wasteland, but as good as it can be anyway. We will put up, of course, our customary Minuteman flag, because you're Minutemen. If you didn't have one of these, I would be very offended with you. And of course we need to light the place. This would suffice for this capsule. I mean, that is very bright. I mean, even from the outside, you can tell that is lived in. You certainly wouldn't want to break into that. Oh, excuse me. I just dropped something. Cool. Power miscellaneous. Cycling light. I mean, technically you have a decontamination arch as you go through. No, I'm not going to do that. Not going to do that at all. I should mess with these light boxes. I reckon I could make some really cool displays in some settlements with those. Decorations. Miscellaneous. Radio freedom. Why haven't we got more places with radio freedom? How can I have been so negligent about that? Yeah. I keep forgetting that I have these lived-in settlement packs. Yeah, of course, nav mesh. Those don't work, by the way, in case you're wondering. Or at least they don't work for most of the time. Have an ashtray in here. Stereos. I will put some personal effects in here, so it's not going to be as bland and plain as it looks now. So that's what I'm going to start with. So I will do some things off camera. I will put down some extra guns. I'll make it look a bit more militarized. And I will come up with some names for the squad out here. I've deliberately made it 6 people so they can fit into a squad under the hierarchy. I do actually have a spreadsheet with all of the hierarchy and who answers to who. And the whole flowchart and shit like that. So, yeah, I mean, I mainly keep that so I can keep some facts for the end of the series, whenever that is, probably 2025 at this rate. I mean, there's what, 27 settlements in the vanilla game, and this is the second, and we're nearly 100 episodes in. So, by my maths, this is going to go on basically forever, which is fine with me. I love the game. But yeah, this is where I'm going to leave you guys. I quite enjoy what I've done here. I think this is a nice back entrance. I think it's now nicely defended enough not to have to keep worrying about it if we get attacked. What I may do though, if the game allows it, I think miscellaneous. The speaker marks a safe place. Settlers flee to the place and fight from there. You can only have one. That sucks. Shit. I was hoping I could have several because I put them at the entrance points. The reason that's important, to me at least, is because with these rocket turrets, what will generally happen is there'll be raiders coming down the road, and the Minutemen will run out of cover and start fighting with them. And when they do that, well, you can do the maths. The turrets are going to hit them at the end of the day, which is not ideal. But I think actually I have sufficiently made this gate so hard to get out of that I don't think they'd actually leave. So you know what? I'm going to scrap that. Don't need it. I think the front gate will be fine. But yeah, this is where I'm going to leave you guys. Appreciate you tuning in if you've lasted this long. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share it with whoever you know. You know, tell your mother, your father, your grandfather, your kids, your dog, your cats, whatever. Spread the word because the Commonwealth will be amazing soon. But this is where I'm going to leave you guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Leave any suggestions in the comments below. I read all of them. I do read every single comment. May not respond to every single little one, but if you got a suggestion, I'm going to respond to it. So, till then, we out. Peace. Have a good one. Stay safe.